What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Bigfoot Bass Guide TV. We're back. We're back on Broken Bow. Shocker, right? Yeah, not really. So, in the last video, y'all seen us here on my home lake, and we cracked a big one. But if you haven't caught that video, please, before you watch this one, go back, rewatch that one. Watch it if you haven't. Y'all know what I mean. Go watch that video. We crack a pretty good one in it. But here's the kicker. Yes, I'm going back out, but I'm fishing the opposite end of the lake that we fished in the last video. We stayed on the low end for the entire video. Did not go up on the north end at all. That being said, I'm going up on the north end. We're going to run 17, 18 miles up the lake. I don't know what they're doing up there. I have not fished the north end of the lake in probably a month. The lake is really low, as you can see back behind me. It's dangerously low. Hopefully we don't tear the boat up today, but we're going to run up there. We're going to try to figure it out up there because this lake fish is totally different up on the north end. So that being said, y'all come with me as I figure it out and as I piece it together, and y'all are going to be along for the ride to see if I catch them or if I don't catch them. We show everything on this channel because that's real. So, like I said, we're going up north. Y'all stay tuned. I'm getting the boat dumped in the water. I'll see y'all here in a minute.
John Bowling from Broken Bow, Oklahoma.
You see the drippy, I'm fitted up. Hop in my car and the giddy up. Secure the bag, yeah, I get the bus. Pick it up, pick it up, pick it up. You see the drippy, I'm fitted up. Hop in my car and the giddy up. Secure the bag, yeah, I get the bus.
Hopefully y'all can hear me over this big old freaking truck running, but I told y'all it was low. Like, so low to the point. I don't know how well y'all can see that with this camera angle because I can't see what's going on what y'all can see, but my trailer literally just fell off the back of the boat ramp. It's dirt. It's so low. Hopefully doing this going way up the river we don't tear this boat up today. I'm going to take it real easy, but yeah, if that doesn't show you how low it is, I don't know what will. So y'all stay tuned. This might get a little interesting. Alright, y'all, so we've made it to the first spot that I wanted to hit. Kind of what we did in the last video. I'm starting on a main lake wall with a main lake point on it. We're going to start here, then we're just going to keep easing our way right on up the lake. I'm not going to lie. That was a little sketchy. It's been a while since I've seen this much wood out of this lake. Like, there's timber. I'm going to be real honest. I've been fishing this lake my whole life. There's timber in this lake I never even knew was in this lake, in areas of the lake I didn't know it was in. And it kind of gives me some anxiety because I've ran over this stuff. But nonetheless, we made it to the first spot. Didn't hurt the boat. It was dangerous, but sometimes you got to take risks to catch fish. So I'm going to get off of here. I'm going to start yakking, and we're going to see if we can't catch us a couple off this point. And if not, we're going to go on to the next spot. So y'all stay tuned. Fingers crossed. Wish me luck. We don't blow a lower unit off the boat. Rods organized before I do any kind of fishing. Or put the A-rig on this side. Okay, I'm going to start out with a finesse jig, I think. I think that'd be a solid choice. I think that's going to be solid. I mean, y'all can tell I ain't got nothing in these boxes. I've got a little bit of orange paint pen. I got all my soft plastics and all my terminal in the back, but I just took a lot out. I wanted to keep it simple. And my goal was just to keep it simple. I think we've succeeded in that. So I'm just going to take this beaver that I got on this finesse jig. This is just a Reaction Innovations beaver that literally everybody has on their boat. I like them, especially during the winter, because they're real soft. It doesn't take a whole lot to make them move. And we're just going to dye that right there. And I might, in all honesty, take these off. You know what? I think I am. Just grab them legs, pinch them off, and then that is our profile right there. Super narrow, super streamlined. Put some orange on the tips. mimic the crawfish right now. And there we go. Matching the hatch. Got a little bit of orange in it. A little bit of orange on the tips. We're good to roll now. Alright, let's see what they'll bite. See if they're gonna do it. I'm throwing this finesse jig on a 6 cents Milliken rod, 7.2 medium heavy moderate fast, 15-pound Seagar red label, and a 7 1-to-1 luge reel. That's my go-to for a little finesse jig in the fall. 90% of the time, that's my go-to. Why is my depth not reading? Oh, my depth's at 5 foot. That's why it's not reading. $54-degree water. We ought to catch some on this finesse jig right here. We ought to yak one on this thing. I ain't even got all my graphs turned on yet. Hopefully, if I set the hook on one, I don't hit the camera. I kept hitting my dang GoPro the other day. Throw out off of it. Might be picking up that A-rig sooner than I thought we was gonna be. Let's just start fishing down this bluff. I really think this bluff will have a fish or two on it. We're just gonna get up. If there's gonna be something on it, they're gonna be right up on it, like they do during the spring. So we're just gonna get right up here and flip this little finesse jig around. See what we can't make happen. There's some wood in throughout this bank right here, so. We can't make happen. I've come fairly accustomed to not catching them at the first spot, so we'll see. I mainly just wanted to come down this bank, fish this one laying tree we got up here. It looks pretty good. I normally wouldn't be doing this, but this part of the lake is so low. I mean, this part of the lake is the most like, it just starts getting real narrow. And with it being narrow, oh, there's a bite. With it being narrow, it's gonna pull them out. So that's why I came up here to this rock bluff, because I mean there very well could have some fish on it. It's not what I'd normally do, but the lake's also not at normal level for in the wintertime. So when the lake throws you a curveball, you just throw one right back. Start doing random stuff. Let's throw up here at this tree. It is 45 foot where I'm sitting right now, right by this bluff. Like, it just straight drops. I don't know, it might be a little deep. I kind of feel like it's a little deep. I know I wanted to come down here and fish it. Kind of feel like it's a little deep. I'm gonna be real honest with you. Let's make another pass over here to that point. Make another pass over here real quick. I'll tell you what I need. This is why I ain't caught one yet. This is what I need. I need my coffee. You don't go nowhere. You don't go anywhere without your coffee. Especially on a 38-degree morning when we're out here trying to catch fish for y'all to watch me catch on YouTube. Like, this is I would have much rather slept in and got out here at noon. But early bird gets the worm, and I was the only truck at the boat ramp. I was not the only boat on the lake, though. There's a lot of boat ramps on this lake. Did see another boat, but the boat ramp I used, I was the only boat at that ramp. Alright. Let's try a crankbait. I like it. I like the sounds of it. This is now in the winter, I throw crankbaits, but they are solid balsa. I do only throw a solid balsa crankbait during the winter. I don't throw nothing but a wood crankbait. It's just my confidence. There's one. They're crappie. I thought that's what they might be. Well, dang it. I got to thinking that's what they might be. Well, now we know. That's why I kept wondering, why won't they chase an A-rig? The way they was setting, it kind of looked like that they was crappie. So I got my jerk bait out. Confirmed that was indeed the case. So that being said, we're gonna head on up here a little bit and go hit another spot. Now that we know that's crappie. So y'all stay tuned. We'll see y'all at the next one. All right, y'all. So real quick, I haven't really explained to y'all why the lake is this low. That's a tongue twister. Kind of sounded like I had a lisp for a second. So this lake makes power. It makes power for all of the surrounding area. And what happens with that is they will pump water no matter what. I'm not trying to bash anybody. That is what it is. They have that job to do, so they're going to do their job, which is totally understandable to a certain extent. That being said, they don't care if there's hardly any water left in the lake. If they have to pump power, they're going to pump. It doesn't matter what, but that's their job. They have to. It affects the lake in a way that it kind of hurts it because it's so low. The fish have nowhere to go, but they get randomly scattered. They don't get stacked in areas because they're so scattered, because there's nothing in the water for them to get stacked on. So I'm just literally wanting to idle down this river channel right now, and I'm just looking. I'm looking for rock that is still in the water enough that they will hold on it. I'm looking for anything that isn't like, I mean, there's wood that's all in the lake right now, but it's a lot like when the water's high and you're having to fish way up in the bushes. It's random and they're super scattered because there's so much of it. So I'm trying to find something that is making them stack up to where I don't have to cover 10 miles of literally stumps to find a fish. So what I'm doing right now, like I said, is I'm just literally idling right down this river channel, and I'm just looking. I know where some rock is right up here. We're gonna fish that. It's mainly it's gonna be some of the only rock in the river up here. So like I said, we're just trying to piece it together, figure out where do these fish go when the water is this low. I'm gonna be honest too, I'm not running it because this is dangerous. This is almost too low to run up here. So I'm just idling around trying to figure it out. And so yeah, y'all stay tuned. I hope that helps a little bit on why this lake is so low right now. So I hope that helps. I'm gonna get off here. I'm gonna stop rambling. I'm gonna change the battery in this GoPro again because it's about to die again because it's cold. Cold water eats them. Cold water, cold weather, my bad, eats them. So yeah, y'all stay tuned. We're coming up on some rock right now. I'm gonna get off of here. Next time y'all see me, I'll be up front fishing. So let's see if we can't figure it out. We're back. We have arrived at a big rock bluff bank, but it's not a straight up and down bluff. It's about a 45-degree angle bank, and we're gonna hit this sucker. See if we can't piece it together. I'm gonna go down it with a red crankbait, and just, there's one right there, and it's a good one right there. Yes. It's what I told y'all right there. We got to find some rock where they ain't got nowhere to go. And that ain't a bad one right there to start off. That ain't a bad one. Alright, so that comes back to what I was just talking about right there. Idling down the river channel and finding something they can sit on that is hard. Because there's not a hard bottom that is up here right now because it's all dirt and sand. And that right there is what I was looking for first cast. I come to this big rock bank that's one of the only rock banks up here around nothing. When it's all wood and it's all stumps, if you can find a hard spot, you can find some fish. We're gonna let him go. We're gonna get back after it, see if we can't piece it together. That's another piece to the puzzle. I talk about trying to piece that together a lot, but it's a puzzle. And we're about to piece it together. So y'all stay tuned, stay with me, see if we can add some more pieces to it. There it came, there it came, there it came. Reel and all in the water. So now it's gonna cast good. Get that old corrosion going on in there. I really hope that wasn't a rock. Probably was though. Tell you what, let's throw a little jig around this stuff. Let's throw that finesse jig around this. I'm liking the sounds of that finesse jig around this. Y'all ever wear long johns and they start riding up on you? Bad deal, man, bad deal. There's one. I get my hand on my reel. Hey. There we go. Little spotted bass. Hey, I didn't ask for none of this. All right, guys. Let me back us off these stumps real quick. Oh, look at this. I'm just hitting the GoPro and everything. All right, y'all. There's a spotted bass on that rock bluff on that little finesse jig. That dude right there, he ain't very big. But we're getting on them. We're hot on their trail. Hit that jig. He whopped it. Got another one. I need to quit hitting my GoPro, man. That right there. Look at where that finesse jig got him. I mean, 6 cents makes a heck of a little finesse jig because they put a full-size hook in it. There you go right there, everybody. We getting somewhere now. Oh, right at the boat. Right at the boat. There we go. Hit spot lock real quick. Might put my power poles down. It's shallow right here. So we went a little bit without getting a bite again. I picked up this red crankbait, started cranking down this bank, and we nabbed this one. He hit it right at the boat. So there's you another one. Like I said, they're not very big, but this is definitely where they want to be at, so we have officially figured them out up here. So let's get back to it. All right, y'all, so long story short, we came back to the spot where I caught the two on that little bitty, excuse me, let's start over. Came back to the spot where I caught the two on a little bitty 7/16 ounce finesse jig. And then I caught one on a crankbait right up here. So we came back to this spot. This was the most consistent bank out of all the ones we fished. So we came back to it to see if there might be a little more in it with the sun. So we're gonna find out. So I'm gonna shut up. I'm gonna get to fishing. If this don't work, we're gonna go to another spot. All right, y'all. Real quick update. I don't know if I'm gonna put the last clip in the video or not because we didn't catch anything doing it. So a little recap of what I did. As y'all can tell, we started catching them off of these rock banks, super shallow water, like I mean 8 to 6 foot of water. So I went and live scoped a main lake point that was around the same type of areas that we have already been hitting. Excuse me. And it didn't work. I could see some fish on my live scope. They would chase an A-rig, wouldn't look at it very well. So I came down to a main lake wall, kind of like what we talked about in the last video, but we're going to try to fish it shallow still because the water up here is just a little bit dirtier than the low end. So we're going to fish it the same way as y'all have tongue-tied, the same as y'all have already seen us fishing with crankbaits and that little finesse jig. So let's get after it and let's see if we can't dial it in a little more. Long story short, it's been a grind. I'm not going to lie about it. It's been a grind. But we're getting there. We're kind of figuring it out. It's about 1:30 in the afternoon right now. And we've got 4 or 5 fish to prove for it. So, yeah, I mean, but this is real. This is what everybody goes through. You're going to have that day where they're hard to track down due to the water drawing down in the winter or the water coming up in the spring. It's part of it. It is what it is. So, y'all stay tuned. Stay with me. We're going to figure it out. We're still figuring it out. I'd like to say I done had it figured out, but we're getting there. I'm gonna shut up. Y'all don't wanna hear me talk. Y'all wanna watch me fish. So, bye. Because they haven't been hitting it up here. Well, I say that and I catch one. There we go. So we're on this wall, and I just happened to pan my live scope out off the wall, and there's a big ball of shad, a fish around it. So that's just a little bonus fish, but we might piece that together too, and that can be part. Yeah, they're just sitting way off of this bank, so that kind of makes sense why we went so long without a bite. They're no longer up here. Later it got in the day, they just started pulling off of the bank. All right, y'all, real quick, I kind of want to go try something. I kind of want to go back down on the low end. This river is fishing similar to the low end. I'm starting to see some more starting to come out with live scope. Starting to see them set out in the middle of the mouth and everything. So that being said, we're gonna go down on the low end because they're not on the banks anymore. So they're on the banks first thing in the morning on the rock, all the way up in the river where there's all mud. If you can find some rock, they're doing that first thing in the morning, because I went back and looked over all of that stuff that we had already fished. I seen the same thing. I seen the fish up there doing what these are right now. They're off the bank and they've pushed the bait out into the main river channel. That being said, now that we're back to live scoping, since we're back to that pattern, let's go back down on the low end. Let's check some places. Let's see if we can't put together a pattern with an A-rig using live scope or something like that, because we've already figured out what they're doing first thing in the morning. So now let's see what they're doing in the afternoon. That way we can piece together what we need to be doing in the morning, and then as the day goes on, where we need to kind of back off to and go do that. Like I said, this video is how to fish your lake when it draws down in the winter. So that being said, let's get right to it. I'm gonna run down the lake a ways with this freaking Ranger Yamaha combo. We'll see y'all in a minute. Let's go find some big ones. They're doing it. Got one. Feels like a pretty decent one too. He ain't terrible. Smallmouth. That'll work. That will work. Alright, there we go. Small jaw. Alright, y'all, that's gonna about wrap it up for me today. I'm getting really tired. It's getting a little hungry, so we're gonna wrap this thing up. We're gonna take it to the house. So the main goal for today was finding fish during the winter fall down. You can call it when they drain the lake in the winter, for the winter drawdown, fall down, drawdown, whatever that you want to call it. What to look for throughout the day. As y'all seen, starting out, we went way up the lake, fished a lot of different stuff, and we finally found what they was holding on. Once we found that, or let me back up. When I started kind of starting to figure out, okay, they must be holding on rock, because I mean all there was up there was sand and wood. That's all there was. I wanted to search bait, so I went with a red crankbait. You can use the one of your choice. This is one that I've just been throwing for years. Have a lot of confidence in it this time of year, because it's balsa. It's silent. It's a wooden balsa bait. I think in the wintertime, a wooden bait is hard to beat. What did the damage though, for me anyway, that I think you could really take your time and fish those areas super slow. I did not. If I could change anything, I would probably have taken my time a little bit more, but I was in search mode still. I was in search mode. I was trying to find the exact piece of cover they was hanging on, what they was doing, this and that. But the main bait to me was the 7/16 ounce. It might be a 5/16. I'm pretty sure this one's a 7/16 finesse jig. that was my main go-to today. Once I got, excuse me, once I got the first bite on it, I knew it was over. And anybody that knows me personally knows I like throwing jigs. So once I got the first bite, I knew it was over for myself. Excuse me. We caught one or two on, I think, a real deep diving jerkbait. One on an A-rig, but other than that, these are the two baits that I mean, really did it. But we was also fishing some super dirty water, super low, muddy water. And those are my go-tos during that situation. We kind of figured out, as y'all could see from the video, they started pulling out, and I didn't realize it soon enough. They pulled out on me, started chasing around shad in the main lake, main river channel. So that's when we started live scoping. You'll see a couple fish on here that I caught on the lower end from live scoping once I kind of figured out that's what they was doing. I don't think they was seeing my A-rig in that water that was dirty. So I came down here, looked around, sure enough, they was doing the same thing. So that being said, I hope that helps y'all find fish when they start pulling the lake down during the winter and when there's almost literally nothing in the water anymore. So hope that helps. I know it was kind of random. I was kind of scattered out through it, I'm not gonna lie, just trying to figure it out, but nonetheless, we did. We patterned them, rock cover early in the morning, and they're gonna pull out later in the day. So hope that helps y'all, hope that helps you on your home lake. As always, thank you for the support, thank you for the comments, the subscriptions, the likes, everything, the shares. But as always, if y'all could do me a big favor, smash that like button, leave me an awesome comment, tell me what y'all want to see. I need video ideas. Tell me what y'all want to see on the next couple videos. I got an idea for one I'm going to go and film this week. Y'all stay tuned for that. Could be a banger, could be a bust. We won't know unless we go. So y'all do me a favor, leave me a comment what y'all would like to see on the channel. I'll do my best to do them all for y'all. And yeah, thank y'all. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Share this video. It helps me out greatly. That being said, I'm out. I'm getting off the water. I'm going home. I'm going to go eat with my family. And we'll see y'all next time right here on Bigfoot Bass Guide TV. Later.